And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the New York Mets. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boo, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, David Peterson. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Here's Josh Rojas. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. 0-1. And a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him. 1 out.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. That's off the mark. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the first.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here with my pal Singy. And towing the slab, Martin Perez. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Batting second, the first baseman.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Ground ball, could be 2. On to second, they get 1. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The left fielder, Jesse Winker.
Here's Jesse Winker. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
And here is Tyrone Taylor. And first offering is fouled off. Now fly ball to right center. Taylor on the move to the gap. Long run, tracks it down. And that is that. Mets leave one. We played an inning. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark.
Leading off
Digging
for the
in,
White Sox,
Luis Robert
hitter,
Jr.
Luis Robert.
Peterson back to work. Robert, the native of Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
The delivery to Robert. Making 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. Benintendi to the plate.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Peterson, a tall lefty. He features a sinker, a four-seamer, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Second inning here, no score. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. He doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
And here is Colson Montgomery. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Missed
Ball,
inside with the curve. Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Down in order go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, Luis Angel Acuna. On the ground. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Waste no time there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic? If you watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw, and they got him.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
And that one sliced foul. The wind of the pitch. Ground ball right side, but
foul.
that rolls foul. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases. His second of the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
One down. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Fires over to first. He's out.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Jose Siri digs in now.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
And first offering is fouled off. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the second game of the series. Base knock center field.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
And here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw to second. Out. And that'll end the inning. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo homer. It's now 1-0. Top half of the third inning. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Corey Lee. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these White Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Now at the plate, Brooks Baldwin. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Michael A. Taylor, the next to hit, takes outside. And that one fouled off. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job. Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Rojas in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. You see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Perez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a curve. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it is gone. A towering shot to center. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 2-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's Pete Alonso. That one lifted to left. Benintendi is there. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tauchman sizes this one up, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Jesse.
2 down, base is empty.
Winker.
Now the left fielder, Jesse Winker. Reached on an infield single his first time. That smash towards center. Taylor makes the grab, and that's the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Nice.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That one gets down for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's Mike Tauchman. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And he takes a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swings and misses. And that's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that just misses. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Brings it in.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Luis Robert.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. He was a strikeout victim his first time. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Man at first, one away. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the grab for the second out.
The left fielder, number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
Benintendi up here. Struck out swinging his first time. Inside.
Ball, that's in.
And that's ball 1. Thice off of first with 2 away. And another ball.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
Just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
I know swinging at a 3-0 pitch can be debated, but at the end of the day, it's a hitter's count. You know a strike is coming, so why not take advantage and attack the pitch? That was a good piece of hitting, and it paid off with the base hit.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball.
Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and that is that. 2 left on. And midway in the 4th, it's the Mets 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back here in Queens, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Tyrone Taylor. Cut on and lifted in the air, Tauchman. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And
Luis
stepping in for
Angel.
New York, Luis Angel Acuna. Foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Out to short, Montgomery. Tosses across the first, 2 away.
The third baseman, number 7, Brett.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Brett Beatty. He's already homered here in this one. On the ground right side, Baldwin. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Nothing doing for the Mets. They're up 2-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Peterson back to work. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these White Sox need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Terens with the throw to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting, second baseman, Brooks
Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Taylor stands in now and watches strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They trail things here 2-0. And we're back. Jack
Leadoff
McNeil stands in.
The second baseman, Jack
McNeil, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. That's a laser base hit. And a good start to the inning.
up next for the Mets, the center fielder, Jose.
And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. A single his first time. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
High fly ball, right field. Tachman makes the grab, one away.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit. 13, trying to put the ball in the air.
And now Luis Torrens. And that's down and away.
1-0.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. McNeil leads off first with one away. On the ground left side. 6, 4, out. 3, double play. And the inning is over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Mets 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Josh Rojas.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Fouled off left side. Gets a piece and stays alive. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2. The other way, Acuna throws to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Thaiss.
Matt Thaiss comes up to hit here. 1 for 2. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and he can't come up with it. Mike Tachman steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Mike Tachman.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And this is inside. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. Right through there, got him. 13 strikeouts now. He's putting together an impressive outing.
Man, he had the stanky leg on that one right there. That curveball just locked him up.
Here's the White Sox DH, Luis Robert Jr. And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
The left fielder, number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
First and second, 2 outs. And now, Andrew Benintendi. This one in the air, center field. Siri pulls it in on the run. White Sox strand a couple, and they're down 2-0. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Anderson.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Alonso at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Jared Schuster preparing to come on if needed. Slice down the right side. The 0-2. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mark Vientos.
And here's the first baseman, Mark Vientos. His home and away splits there. Just missed.
Touchdown.
And the 1-0. There's the swing and a miss.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Right side, hard hit. Off balance feet. There's one. And that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jesse Winker now at the plate. This to center field. Taylor on the move. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
New York
We're in the
Mets.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Minter.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The White Sox,
So digging in, Colson Montgomery. 2 in this one. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And this one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Really important at bat coming up now.
With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Chop back up the middle. Perez with the throw to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
At the plate, Brooks Baldwin. And that one fouled off. 1 out and a runner at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Around third, fires to the plate, and he's out.
That really hurts right there. This is no time to gamble. When you're down in the ball game, you've got to be sure if you're going to advance a runner or even try to score right there that you're going to be safe. Just a poor decision.
Taylor, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Baldwin leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Upstairs. Got him swinging. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Mets 2 and the White Sox nothing. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Gus Varland.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Tyrone Taylor.
The right fielder.
He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. In the air, out towards left center. Taylor makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Now, Luis Angel Acuna. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And that is out number 2.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. He launched the solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Ball.
2 outs. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one back. And that's going to bang against the wall. And he's got a double.
All over that one right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. He put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Mets strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the New
back,
York
and a new
Mets.
arm on the mound to start the 8th. Oscar Brazoban.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And next to hit for the Sox, Matt Thaiss. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And now the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now battle the designated hitter, Luis.
Now
Robert.
it's the DH, Luis Robert Jr. That clips the corner.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to get a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Tying run at the plate. Caught him looking for the K. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jared Schuster.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
So digging in, Jose Siri.
The center fielder, Siri.
Out to short. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
So man aboard. Next to hit, Luis Torrens. He's already homered in this game. Fought off foul. Schuster in his second season, he features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Lined into right. Hauls it in for the out. And the batter now Pete Alonso.
Designated hitter.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Runner takes off. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there.
Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
No, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
So one out, nobody on. So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up
Number
in the zone
3.
right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Benintendi ranging after it. That is the inning. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. Last chance coming up here for the White Sox.
Opinions hated, it's all trash. This kid the greatest, it's flaming, it's all gas. Breaking down the young and what I owe.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Edwin Diaz. Andrew Benintendi steps up, 1 for 3.
Number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
Swings through that.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Montgomery now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. On the ground, right side. Vientos takes it to the bag, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, catcher Corey Lee.
White Sox down to their final out. And now here is Corey Lee. And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Just off the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. Diaz is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.